Welcome back to Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? In last class you learned nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones. The today's topic is structure of carbonyl group. So let us write the carbonyl group. C double bond O. To this carbonyl carbon, two other atoms are attached. Right. So this carbonyl carbon, this one undergo sp2 hybridization. So carbonyl carbon undergo sp2 hybridization. It forms a 3 sigma bonds. So this is one sigma bond, and this is another sigma bond, and this is another sigma bond, and here it is the pi bond. So carbonyl carbon undergo sp2 hybridization, and it forms 3 sigma bonds. 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds. 1 pi bond is there. Now all these atoms, all carbonyl carbon and all 3 atoms, this atom and what is atoms are bonded to it, all these 3 atoms and carbonyl carbon lie in a same plane. Carbonyl carbon and 3 atoms are bonded to it, attached to it, or in a same plane. And this pi electron cloud present above the plane and below the plane. So this is pi electron cloud is there. This is all 3 atoms present in the same plane. The pi electron cloud is above the plane and they are present below the plane. So due to sp2 hybridization, this carbonyl group has a trigonal coplanar structure. Trigonal planar structure simply. The bond angle we can expect, the bond angle between any 2 atoms will be taken as 120 degrees. The bond angle is 120 degrees. Now let us write the sentence regarding it. The carbonyl carbon and this one, carbonyl carbon and 3 atoms attached to it lie in a same plane, and 3 atoms attached to it are bonded to it lie in a same plane. Lie in a same plane, and pi electron clouds present above the plane. Pi electron clouds present above the plane and below the plane. Present above the plane and below the plane. So the bond angle is expected to be 120 degrees, and the molecule is a trigonal coplanar structure, simply trigonal planar structure, and carbon is undergoing sp2 hybridization. Right. Then coming to the polarity of this molecule, C, and this is carbonyl oxygen, carbonyl carbon and oxygen double bond is there. So here when compared to the carbon, the carbonyl oxygen is more electronegative. So carbonyl oxygen is more, electronegativity is more. As a result, this bond, pi bond is polarized towards carbonyl oxygen. So towards oxygen. As a result, we will get one more structure. The structure is C bond O, and this will be taken as a negative charge. This bond is moving to here, you are going to get negative charge. And electrons moving away from the carbon is going at a positive charge. So the carbonyl carbon oxygen bond is polarized. This movement we are calling as polarized due to high electronegativity of oxygen, relative to the carbon. That is the point. And another important point is this oxygen with negative charge can act as a nucleophilic center. Very, very important point. In the carbonyl carbon and oxygen, this group, oxygen can act as a nucleophilic center. Nucleo meaning is a positive charge, already we know, and phylling meaning is attraction, positive charge attraction. So this is, it has a negative charge, because of its negative charge, it attracts to positive charge spaces. So this oxygen can act as a nucleophilic center. Now carbon with positive charge, this can act as a electrophilic center. So why it is electrophilic center? Already itself has a meaning. Electrophile meaning is electrophile has a negative charge. Phile meaning is attraction. The philic meaning is attraction. So carbon has the positive charge. As a result, it attracts negative charge species. So carbonyl carbon, this carbon with positive charge in a carbonyl group, carbonyl carbon can act as an electrophilic center, and this action act as a nucleophilic center. Very important point. In properties we will write properties of this carbonyl compounds we will write based on this point. So carbonyl carbon is electrophilic center, will attract the positive charge, negative charges, and oxygen with negative charge act as a nucleophile, attract the positive charge species. This is the point. So why this is positive charge, negative charge is developed? Because of oxygen is more electronegative atom when compared to the carbon. Write the same sentence. The carbonyl carbon and oxygen double bond. The carbonyl carbon oxygen double bond polarized. This means moving towards oxygen. Polarized due to high electronegativity or more electronegativity. Higher electronegativity of oxygen, high electronegativity oxygen relative to carbon. So when compared to carbon, oxygen is more electronegative. As a result, this carbon has a positive and negative charges. Polarizability will be there. So this is a structure of a carbonyl group, and this point is important: electrophilic center and nucleophilic center in a properties. So this is the structure of a carbonyl group. Next topic is preparation of aldehydes and ketones. We have some common methods to prepare both aldehydes and ketones. By using these methods, we are able to prepare aldehydes and ketones. And we have a special separate methods to prepare aldehydes alone. And we have some separate methods to prepare ketones alone. So now we will discuss preparation of aldehydes and ketones by a common methods, one topic, and preparation of aldehydes alone and preparation of ketones alone, separate methods. Now we will discuss preparation of aldehydes and ketones by some common methods. In that, the first one is oxidation. Oxidation of alcohols. Oxidation of alcohols. So I am taking first primary alcohol or CH2OH. So this is a primary alcohol. OH group attached carbon attached to only OH attached carbon attached to only one carbon, that we are calling as primary alcohol. Imagine this is a primary alcohol. This primary alcohol is treated with CrO3, chromium trioxide anhydrous form. Chromium trioxide anhydrous form. The product is this CH2OH. This group what you have tried is CHO. Then the product is RCHO. This is the product. The product is aldehyde here. The product is aldehyde. Apart from this, if you use another reagent by the name is Cu at 573 Kelvin. Cu at 573 Kelvin. So primary alcohols will give again the product is RCHO. Again the product is aldehyde. Apart from it, you can use another reagent. That reagent name is PCC. PCC meaning is pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate. It is a complex formed by the CrO3, chromium trioxide plus pyridine plus hydrochloric acid. You will get pyridinium chlorochromate. The product is same, aldehyde. So what is the point? Understand, if you take the primary alcohols by oxidizing with the CrO3 anhydrous form or copper at 573 Kelvin, or you can use PCC, the product is aldehydes. Apart from it, I took the primary alcohol here. Suppose if I took secondary alcohol or COHR. This is a secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. I'm taking secondary alcohol. I'm using the same reagents. I'm using the reagent is same. So CrO3 anhydrous. CrO3 anhydrous form. The product is this CHOH group converted into C double bond O group. CHOH group converting into C double bond O. Then what is the product? R. This R I'm rewriting R. This C double bond O R. The product is a ketone. The product is ketone. So you will use this reagent. I'm using second one. Cu copper at 573 Kelvin. Copper at 573 Kelvin. Then the product is R C double bond O R. Apart from it, I'm using PCC. This one I'm using. Again, the product is R C double bond O R. If you take the secondary alcohols, this group CHOH group is converting into carbonyl group. So CHOH group converting into carbonyl group. If you take primary alcohols, CH2OH, this group converting into carbonyl group, CHO, aldehyde will get. So by using these methods, we are able to prepare aldehydes, and we are able to prepare ketones. So this is the common method to prepare aldehydes and ketones. I will take one general example for better understanding purpose. CH3CH2OH. CH3CH2OH, what is the product we can expect? So that is nothing but CrO3 we can take. Next one is copper by 573 Kelvin. Next one is PCC. Then the product is all the cases. What is the product we can expect? I'm rewriting only one, that is CH3CHO. Here also the product is CH3CHO. Here also product is CH3CHO. Understanding purpose, I took general example. This is the general one. I took one example here. Then this is the general example. I'm taking here another example. CH3 C double bond of CH3. Sorry, CH3 CHOH CH3. CH3. Then three possible conditions. You can use any reagent. What is the product you can expect? Then this I am taking a CrO3 anhydrous form. This is copper by 573 Kelvin, and this is PCC. Then the product here is a CH3 C double bond O CH3, isn't it? And here the product is same, CH3 C double bond O CH3. And here also the product is same, CH3 C double bond O CH3. So this is oxidation of alcohol. So what is the point we have to remember is oxidation of primary alcohols will give aldehydes, and oxidation of secondary alcohols will give ketones. That is the point we have to remember. By using this method, we are able to prepare both aldehydes and ketones. This is the first one. Second method. The second method is ozonolysis. Ozonolysis of alkenes. So we are able to prepare aldehydes and ketones by ozonolysis of alkenes. First let us see some examples. I am taking alkene CH2 double bond CH2. This is alkenite. This one I am treating with ozone, O3 molecule. I am treating with ozone. Then we have to write the product. How to write the product is break the bond, double bond between two carbon atoms. I am breaking CH2, CH2. I broke the bond between two carbons. And this oxygen, three oxygen atoms is there. We have to attach like this. So first oxygen, second oxygen. This is the third oxygen. Third oxygen. This product is called as ozonide. This product is called as ozonide. This ozonide we have to treat with Zn plus H2O. Then breaking up the bond will be takes place like this. Here is breaking a bond, here also breaking up the bond. This will be undergo cleavage, here is undergo cleavage. CH2O, this is CH2O, this is another CH2O. Two molecules of CH2O is formed. CH2O I am writing as a CH C double bond OH. Nothing but HCHO. This compound is nothing but what? Formaldehyde. The product is formaldehyde. Then two molecules of HCHO is formed. Two molecules of formaldehyde is formed in a reaction. This is the one. And the second I am taking a CH3 CH double bond or CH2. Look at this example. You will get much clarity. Listen here. Then O3. Break the double bond between the two carbons. Break this bond. Break this bond. And rewrite here. CH3, CH. Here is what is the part we have? CH2. I rewrote. And these two carbons will be joined by ozone molecule. Then oxygen like this. Clear? This is called as a ozonide. Ozonide. Break the bond here. Break the bond here. Then upon ozonide treated with zinc in water, the product is CH3, CH, this is O. Then the one product is CH3, CHO plus. Another product is what? CH2O, nothing but HCHO. One product is acetaldehyde, one product is formaldehyde. There are two products are formed in a reaction. Take one symmetrical alkene, CH double bond, CH bond, CH3. I took this symmetrical alkene, then I am treating with ozone. Then break this double bond, break this double bond. Then how to write? Already got it. CH3, CH, CH, CH3. Clear? Then these two carbons we have to join by ozone molecule. How do we do it? This like this pattern, like this. What we have to call it as ozonide, isn't it? Then we have to treat with we have to use Zn plus H2O. So what is the breaking? This one is breaking. This one is a breaking. CH3 CHO, CH3 CHO. Then the product is two molecules of CH3 CHO. So by this method we are able to prepare aldehydes. These are the aldehydes. Now let us look at some example for the ketones. I am taking here I am taking CH3 CH, this is formaldehyde, H C double bond O H, formaldehyde. Then I am taking CH3 double bond or CH2. This is the molecule I took. Listen, from this molecule you get ketone. So first we have to do ozonolysis, reaction with O3. Then what is the product is CH3, this remains the same, this CH3 remains the same, this remains same. And breaking this double bond. Then this we are getting here is what? CH2, isn't it? Then we have to join with the oxygen of ozone molecule. This is the ozonide formed. Ozonide. Break the ozonide here. Break the ozonide. Then with what we have to do? Zn plus H2O. Then what is the product we can expect is CH3. This C is attached to oxygen. Then this will be CH3 C double bond O CH3. CH3 C double bond O CH3 plus what we are getting is HCHO. This is nothing but what we are getting? Acetone, nothing but ketone. So by using this method we are able to prepare ketones also. So I will take one more example for better understanding of ketones. CH3. Here I am taking CH3, here is CH3. Clear? Then treat with ozone. Break this double bond. Breaking up the bond. Then you will get ozonide. How to write? C. Here we have CH3. Here is C. CH3. I broke the double bond. Then connecting by using oxygens of ozone. Like this. And break here. Then the product is Zn plus H2O. Then the product is CH3 CO CH3. So two molecules of CH3 C double bond O CH3. This is nothing but what? Ketone is formed. Ketone is formed. So this is the method to prepare both aldehydes and ketones. By using ozonolysis of alkenes, we are able to prepare both aldehydes and ketones. This is the second method to prepare both aldehydes and ketones. Next one is by hydration of alkynes. Third one, by hydration. Hydration of alkynes. Hydration of alkynes. So hydration of alkynes meaning is addition of water to alkynes in presence of HgSO4 and H2SO4 gives aldehydes and ketones. So what is this statement meaning is, I am taking alkyne CH triple bond CH. This is alkyne. This alkyne, to this alkyne we have to add a water molecule. Addition of water to alkynes in presence of HgSO4, I am labeling as Hg plus 2. HgSO4, Hg plus 2 plus SO4 minus 2. Hg plus 2 and we can take it as H plus. H2SO4 divided into 2H plus plus SO4 minus 2. So addition of water molecule to alkynes in presence of HgSO4 and H2SO4 gives aldehydes or ketones. So how do I write the product is this water molecule I am splitting like this, HOH. Like this I can writing, break this bond between the H and OH, break one pi bond, then the product is CH here, CH and this H will become CH2 and only one bond is broken, so remaining double bond is there, double bond CH to this OH we have to attach, CHOH. Isn't it? Then this bond is shifting to here, this hydrogen is shifting to there. Then this is called as tautomerization. Simply tautomerizes. This molecule undergo tautomerization. So this hydrogen we are attaching here. So CH2 will become CH3. This will become CHO. So we got aldehyde. So what is this? Acetylene upon addition of acetylene addition of water molecule produce aldehydes. I am taking another compound alkyne CH3 triple bond CH plus water I am adding H2O in presence of Hg plus 2 and H plus. Now look at here, what is the product we expect? So what we have to do, we have to add water molecule to the alkynes in accordance with the Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov rule is what? The negative part of reagent gets attached to the carbon which possesses less number of hydrogens. Check this carbon, these two carbons which possess less number of hydrogens, to that carbon we have to add a water OH group. That means negative part is H plus plus, this will be OH minus. So negative part will be attached to the carbon which possesses less number of hydrogen. So this carbon has less number of hydrogen, then hydrogen attached to this one. Then what is the product expector? CH3, C and OH group attaching to this carbon, negative part, OH, double bond, one bond you are breaking, then H is attaching to this one, CH2. This product is according to Markovnikov rule. Negative part, water molecule H plus OH minus, negative part of the reagent gets attached to the carbon which possesses less number of hydrogen. So this middle carbon do not have any hydrogen, so this OH group is attaching to this carbon. So this is the product we can expect. Then from this we have tried, it is undergo tautomerization. So how the tautomerization is, this bond is there, this hydrogen is shifting to here, this hydrogen shifting to here, this pi bond will come here like this. Then what is the product is, this is also nothing but tautomerization, tautomerizes. This molecule, this compound undergo tautomerizes, then the product is CH3, C, this bond is coming, this hydrogen is shifting to there, C double bond O, this will become CH2, this hydrogen is shifting to here, in the sense this will become CH3. So this is the product formed in this reaction. In this case, this is what? Ketone. This is what? Aldehyde. Aldehyde and ketones. By using this method, we are able to prepare aldehydes and ketones. This is hydration of alkynes, addition of water molecule to alkynes. If you take acetaldehyde, if you take acetylene, the product is aldehyde. If you take any other alkynes, the product is ketones. So this is a hydration of alkynes to form aldehydes and ketones. Next, preparation of aldehydes. In that, the first one is Rosenmund reduction. First one, Rosenmund reduction. So it is very important for PUC exam. It is a named reaction. Rosenmund reduction. Acyl halides is hydrogenated over a catalyst. Palladium on barium sulfate gives aldehydes. Let us write the statement. Acyl halides is hydrogenated. Acyl halide is hydrogenated over a catalyst. Palladium on barium sulfate. Gives aldehydes. This reaction is known as Rosenmund reduction or Rosenmund reaction. Rosenmund reduction are also called as a Rosenmund reaction. So what is the equation for this case is first we have to take acyl halides. Acyl halides means I am taking a benzene. Upon the benzene ring we can take a C double bond O Cl. So this is benzoyl chloride. I took benzoyl chloride. So this is nothing but acyl halide. This one we have to treat with what? Hydrogenation. We have to add a H2. Hydrogenation over a catalyst palladium and barium sulfate. So PD over BaSO4. So these are the palladium is a catalyst on barium sulfate. We have to add hydrogen molecule to this benzyl chloride. Then the product is aldehyde. This reaction is called as a Rosenmund reduction or Rosenmund reaction. So the product is, what is this? Benzaldehyde. The product is benzaldehyde. We can take one more example. CH3 C double bond O Cl. Then same reagent. So addition of H2 in presence of PD BaSO4. Then we have to convert what is the product. This chlorine we have to remove. Simply we have to add hydrogen. CH3 C double bond O H. This chlorine we are removing, in the place of chlorine we are adding hydrogen. So this is also Rosenmund reduction. Take one more example for better understanding. CH3 CH2 C double bond O Cl. Then same reagent we can use. Then what is the product we expect? CH3 CH2 CH3 CH2. This C double bond O Cl converting into C double bond O H. Nothing but this group is nothing but CHO. So this is a Rosenmund reduction. This is by using this method we are able to prepare aldehydes. This is the first one. Next, Stephen reaction. This is the second one. Stephen reaction. Nitriles are reduced to corresponding amines with SnCl2 in presence of hydrochloric acid, which on hydrolysis gives aldehydes. What is the statement is nitriles. Nitriles are reduced to corresponding amines. Nitriles are reduced to corresponding amines with stannous chloride SnCl2, with stannous chloride in presence of hydrochloric acid, in presence of HCl, which on hydrolysis which on hydrolysis gives aldehydes. Gives aldehydes. This reaction is known as Stephen reaction. This reaction is known as Stephen reaction. So first we have to write the statement. When a name reaction is given, first we have to write the statement, then we have to write a equation. Then Stephen reaction, what is the equation for this? I am taking nitrile or CN. This CN is nothing but cyanide. Nitriles are also called as cyanide, also called as nitriles. Cyanide is a common name and nitrile is a IUPAC nomenclature. So this is cyanide, nitrile. This nitrile we have to treat with SnCl2 in presence of hydrochloric acid. Nitriles are treated with SnCl2 in presence of hydrochloric acid. The product is imine. Then RCH double bond NH. This is called as imine. This imines we have to do hydrolysis. H3O plus in acidic medium, hydrolysis in acidic medium. Then the product is R, break this bond, then we'll get CHO. This is aldehyde. This is aldehyde. This reaction is known as a Stephen reaction. Let us take one example for better understanding. This R plus I am taking a CH3CN. This R plus I took CH3. Then this one we have to treat with SnCl2 plus hydrochloric acid. Then what is the product we can expect from this? CH3CN will become CH3CH double bond NH. This is imine. This imine what we have to do? Upon hydrolysis. Then the product is CH3CHO. So this is the product formed in this reaction. So this reaction is a Stephen reaction. Alternatively, these nitriles are reduced to imines by using diisobutyl aluminum hydride, which on hydrolysis gives aldehydes. What is my point is alternative method. Alternate method. In alternate method also, it is not a Stephen reaction. In alternate method, the reactant is say what is this? RCN. RCN nitriles. This one we have to treat with reagent. I am changing. Reagent is SnCl to HCl. But here I am taking the reagent is AlHIBu taken twice. The name of this compound is diisobutyl aluminum hydride. In short, we have to call it as Dibal H. Diisobutyl aluminum hydride. We have to call as Dibal H. Instead of taking SnCl to HCl in a Stephen reaction, we are taking the reagent is diisobutyl aluminum hydride. So nitriles are reduced to amines. Further upon hydrolysis, I am writing here itself for the second step also. Upon hydrolysis, the product is RCHO. The product is aldehydes. The product is aldehydes. This is alternate method. This is not a Stephen reaction. This is alternate method to Stephen reaction. Any case, both the case we are taking reactant is nitriles only, but we are changing the reagent. Here is SnCl to HCl, but here is diisobutyl aluminum hydride is a reagent we are using to produce aldehydes. So this is alternate method for the preparation of aldehydes from nitriles. Even by using diisobutyl aluminum hydride, we are able to prepare aldehydes from even esters also. I am taking an example from esters. From esters, I am taking reaction CH3 CH2 taken 9 times C double bond O C2H5. This is the ester I took. This is an ester. This ester I am treating with this reagent. What is the reagent? AlHIBu taken twice and followed by the hydrolysis. So this is ester. From this ester, what the product is? CH3 CH2 taken 9 times CHO. This is aldehyde. So what the point is, this diisobutyl aluminum hydride not only reduce alkyl nitrates but also it will give the aldehydes from esters also. So this reagent we can use to produce aldehydes from nitriles as well as esters. So this is a preparation of aldehydes by Stephen reaction. These two are not the Stephen reactions, this is only the Stephen reaction. This is the second method. Next, Itold reaction. This is third named reaction. Itold reaction. So it is also a named reaction, important for PUC. So statement regarding the Itold reaction. Chromyl chloride oxidizes the methyl group of a toluene to a chromium complex, which on hydrolysis gives aldehydes. This reaction is known as a Itold reaction. First read the statement. Chromyl chloride oxidize the methyl group of toluene to a chromium complex which on hydrolysis gives aldehydes, corresponding aldehydes. This reaction is known as Itold reaction. Right, let us write equation for it. So first we have to take a toluene. A toluene in the sense upon the benzene ring we have to write a methyl. This is toluene. Toluene, what we have to do? This one we have to treat with chromyl chloride, CrO2Cl2. CrO2Cl2 is called as a chromyl chloride in CS2, carbon disulfide solvent. Then the product is CH, and this one we have to add it CrOHCl2 taken twice. So this is the chromium complex is formed. Upon hydrolysis, H3O plus. Upon hydrolysis, the product is benzaldehyde, CHO. The product is benzaldehyde. This reaction is Itold reaction. First we have to write the statement and we have to write a equation for it. This is Itold reaction. So alternatively we are able to prepare aldehydes by using methyl benzene, nothing but toluene in alternative methods. It is a Itold reaction, alternative methods we are talking. Toluene I am taking toluene. This one will be treated with two different reagents. First one I am taking CrO3 in acetic anhydride, CH3CO taken twice O. So this is acetic anhydride and this is the first step followed by hydrolysis and heat. Then the product is again the same. The product is benzaldehyde, CHO. The product is benzaldehyde. Apart from it, we can another method is there, another alternative method. That one we have to take. I'm taking Cl2 by HNO. Cl2 by HNO, and followed by we have to do hydrolysis. If this is the first step, and one complex will get upon hydrolysis, the product is aldehyde. This case also chlorination we have to do upon hydrolysis will get aldehyde. So here also the product is same. Look at here, in Itold reaction the product is benzaldehyde. Even this reaction and this reaction also the product is benzaldehyde. Even reactant also is the same. Reactant is toluene, these two cases. Here product also is the same. But what is the reference we took here is in the case of Itoud reaction we took the reagent is CrO2 Cl2. But in the case of these two cases, one case is CrO3 in acetic anhydride followed by hydrolysis and heat will get aldehyde. Two steps is there. Here also two steps. First we have to chlorination, side chain chlorination. After doing the side chain chlorination, then we have to hydrolysis. We have to do hydrolysis. The product is benzaldehyde. So even by using these two methods, also we are able to prepare aldehydes. So this is only up to Itoud reaction. This is up to Itoud reaction. These are the alternative methods to prepare aldehydes by using methyl benzene, nothing but toluene. Next, Gattermann-Koch reaction. Fourth one, Gattermann-Koch reaction. It is also a named reaction. Gattermann-Koch reaction important for PUC. So statement regarding the Gattermann-Koch reaction. Benzene and its derivatives are treated with carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 or CuCl. Gives benzaldehyde or substituted benzaldehyde. This reaction is known as Gattermann-Koch reaction. First, let us write the statement. Benzene or its derivatives. Benzene and its derivatives treated with carbon monoxide CO and HCl. CO and HCl. Benzene and its derivatives treated with carbon monoxide and HCl in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 or CuCl. Anhydrous AlCl3 CuCl gives benzaldehyde or substituted benzaldehyde. This reaction is known as Gattermann-Koch reaction. Gattermann-Koch reaction. Now let us write the statement regarding the Gattermann-Koch reaction. I am taking, this is the benzene. This benzene we have to treat with, benzene is treated with carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid, CO plus HCl, carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, anhydrous AlCl3 or we can take CuCl, anhydrous AlCl3 or CuCl gives benzaldehyde. Upon the benzening we have to write benzaldehyde. So in Gattermann-Koch reaction what we did is benzene converted into benzaldehyde. So this is a Gattermann-Koch reaction. It is also a named reaction important for PUC. So far we discussed 4 named reactions. The first one is Rosenman reaction or Rosenman reduction, first one. And second one you learned Stephen reaction, second one. Third one you learned Itoud reaction, Itoud. And the fourth one is Gattermann-Koch reactions. All these are the named reactions, very very important for PUC examinations. So named reactions you have to remember and you have to write well. And one more thing is while writing the named reactions, first you have to write the statement, then you have to write equations. So these are the 4 named reactions. That this is the preparation of aldehydes. Next class I will come out with continuation topic of preparation of ketones.